Everyone, welcome back to the Life After Losses video blog. You know that feeling when December hits and you're caught between reflecting on the past and planning for the next year? Well, today I'm sharing a simple but powerful technique that helped me stay grounded when my mind starts spinning between past and future. And if you've been feeling overwhelmed lately, this one's especially for you. So let's dive in with entry 206, the gift of being present. Now, as we enter the last month of the year, our thoughts naturally turn to the past, reflecting on what was while simultaneously focused on the future and the promise of a new year. For many of us, this conflict between then and there can feel overwhelming, so much so that we have difficulty staying in the now. And I'd argue, however, that the now is the only place where we can mentally stay for our well-being. Now, I've shared about mindfulness so much over the last several years, either in this space, in the daily social post, Grief Recovery for Adults, and even the mindfulness challenge we did a few months ago. There's a reason this comes up every now and again, and it's not just that I can't think of anything else to say. It's not only a reminder to you, but it's a reminder to myself as well. Yeah, I also have to do the work because some things just don't come naturally to me. I remind myself that today is all I have and that today is where memories are made. Today is where experiences are felt. Today is all that is. And no doubt you're familiar with a quote attributed to Eleanor Roosevelt. Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, today is a gift. That's why we call it the present. To appreciate the gift of today, however, we also need to be present. And here's where you've got to love the English language that gives us words spelled and pronounced the same, and the only reason we know its meaning is in its context. So instead of presence, your presence, with a C, is the best gift that you can give yourself and those around you. Now, if you follow the video channels, you might remember me mentioning that a few weeks ago. But here's the thing. We can't do anything about changing the past, right? We don't have a time machine. We can't take back words we said or change what we did or what happened. I think we can all agree with Mrs. Roosevelt on that one, right? The past is history. Likewise, we can't possibly know what the future holds. Someday may never happen, and we worry about things that will never happen. We can prepare for the future. We can take steps toward reaching a future life that we want, but I think we can all agree with Mrs. Roosevelt again here. The future is a mystery, and that leaves us in the here and now. This is where we can look back at memories of, or where we can start taking the steps toward a future that we'd like to have. When you find yourself spiraling toward the past or the future, remind yourself to pause. Recognize your thoughts and bring yourself back to the present. Now, I found the 5-4-3-2-1 method to be very helpful for me. Identify 5 things you can see. Identify 4 things you can touch. Identify 3 things you can hear. Identify 2 things you can smell. And identify 1 thing you can taste. By grounding yourself to your senses, you're bringing yourself back to the present. And the great thing about the 5-4-3-2-1 method is that you can do it anywhere, anytime, whether you're stuck in traffic, sitting at your desk, or lying in bed unable to sleep. It's extremely simple, and it can help anchor you back to the present moment. As you find yourself torn between memories of the past and the promise of a new year, don't forget that you're living in the now. This moment, right here, right now, this is where your story is being written. It's where joy is felt, where connections are made, where life actually happens. Thanks for watching.